Stephanie Inglis with Lake Life Realty. Thank everybody for coming, and thank you to Jen Clifford of the Boro Baking Company.
Thank you.
Thanks for having us on an off day.
I know, right?
There's nobody here. It's kind of weird.
I'm always working, so it's fine. It's fine.
So if you've driven by on 25 and you've seen this was the old Subway, now the Boro Baking Company.
Old Bad Moose.
Oh, that's true. We've been
Porky's. Yeah.
It's got a history.
Yeah.
I think that you'll be here for a while. I think
the long haul.
Yeah, you're here for the long haul. So you may have seen her on the Food Network, but now this is kind of your permanent spot. Can you give us a little history and how you got here before we kind of dive into what the Boro has to offer?
Yeah, it's always been my dream.
Yeah.
This is something I have, like, the bucket list. Mm-hmm. This was number one. Mm-hmm. I've always wanted my own place, but I want to be a mom first. Yeah. So my kids now are 16 and 14. They help here. Mm-hmm. And so it was just, everything worked out time-wise with, the Subway closing, me driving by at the same time they were flipping the sign around.
Oh, that's so funny.
My kids being old enough. Yeah. It just, having the right people behind me, it just worked out. So yeah, and then it just kind of one thing led to another, and it just worked out really well.
And you're here. So where did your baking kind of history start?
Yeah.
I know we talked a little bit about that before, but.
So I'm self-taught.
Okay.
I was a sophomore at Moultonborough Academy.
Nice.
And it was a job shadow project where you had to shadow somebody in the field that you thought you wanted to, have your career in. And Donna Love, who used to own Love's Key, Sweetwater Inn before that, and and then Love Bites. So I followed her, and she offered me a job on the spot when I turned 16, because I was still 15 at the time. And it was in Moultonborough, so it's a bit of a drive. So I worked for her for 10 years. Wow. Learned everything I know.
She must have been a huge wealth of knowledge too, just knowing her history and background too.
We still communicate.
That's awesome.
She just gave me some gluten-free recipes recently because that's kind of becoming a very popular thing. Yeah. And so she's taught me so much. So I started there and then worked for other people in the community and, always wanted my own thing, but it was never the right time. And now it is.
And then I know we mentioned Food Network. Was that kind of you mentioned a bucket list item before. So you kind of checked some boxes before, and then the leap kind of came.
It's funny because bucket list things, there are things you don't think will ever happen. Yeah. And this is one of them. Yeah. And Food Network was absolutely number 2 on the list. Yeah. I honestly was like, it's never going to happen. I don't even know why I put it on there, but I did. Yeah. I remember with my brother, we were in my kitchen at home when we were kids, and we talked to the wall behind the stove, pretending that we were on the TV.
I think everybody does that at some point.
Right? Yeah. So when it happened, oh my gosh, when I got the call, hey, would you be interested? I'm like, okay.
And that was before you had made the leap here?
Yes.
Okay, so it's kind of almost like a catalyst that everything kind of built to what is here.
Exactly.
So just if you've never been in here before, it's awesome. I mean, you can get a cup of coffee to a baked good to a pre-made salad to sandwiches made to order, breakfast sandwiches made to order. You can probably elaborate on that, but I mean, you come in here and you just like drool over, I shouldn't get that, but I'm going to, like that type of thing.
So it's worth the calories. I think everything's from scratch. All of our baked items, muffins, scones, any sort of danishes, pastries, all that good stuff. We make them fresh daily. And then we have an awesome cook who tries to have the case full of items that are grab and go, but then also to order. So if we don't have any salads, certainly order it. He's happy to make them. Awesome. Breakfast sandwiches, the good old boy. Is awesome, and lunch sandwiches, and we're also always adding specials, keeping it fresh and different. And,
and it's quick too. I think
you try to be.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, of course, like if you come on a Saturday in the summertime, you're probably gonna expect to wait a little bit for some of those made-to-order items, but it's worth it. And it's not a table service place, but you can come with your friends, hang out, grab a corner, and that seems like that's been your goal, kind of to create a community kind of hub.
Comfortable seating. Just the atmosphere itself, just a fun place to be, to sit with your friends, have your kids here, not feeling like, I don't know, just being comfortable.
Yeah, they're not going to like screw anything up.
They're not. We got a chalkboard wall over there, the kids can color and, books and whatnot.
And kind of to elaborate on that too, I know that, we frequent here at Lake Life Realty. I pass it every single day. But when you come in, it's funny, you see like it's part of people's morning routines too. I mean, like a lot of coffee shops and bakeries can be, but it's very much a community establishment where there's a firefighter and like the accountant and
the construction worker.
Yeah, exactly. Everybody's dressed for work, but you know their routine, but it's kind of the community check-in spot.
We have an incredible, loyal, customer base. Our friends and their employees and everything else, they come here every day loyally, and we can't thank them enough for it.
That's so great. Now, probably top items that you sell. What would you have to say?
Braun bagel.
Okay.
named after Bombay.
Of course, yes.
And so that's any bagel that we have, either everything Asiago or plain, and that's with bacon, egg, and cheddar, sharp Cabot cheddar cheese.
Oh, yeah.
That is our number one, followed by the Good Old Boy, which has a hash brown on it
Nice.
with our homemade sriracha ketchup.
Oh, yeah.
And then, yeah.
Baked goods, what do you sell the most of there? Do you think?
Dear.
That's kind of
it's just people like, I need a box.
Yeah.
You know.
Guilty. Yes, I was just gonna say. So a good variety then.
A very good variety.
Okay.
My mini scones are
Yes.
super popular. They're just the perfect size where you don't feel like you're weighting yourself down,
Yeah.
but they're fantastic.
And it's good. Take a few things, eat something
Yeah.
now, eat something at 2:00 in the afternoon, and something the next morning.
Exactly.
And obviously coffees, iced teas, all of those types of things you also offer as well.
Lattes,
So yeah.
cappuccino.
Full run of it.
Yeah, and then we have our nitro cold brew.
Nice.
So yeah, we've got some fun things.
Awesome.
Yeah.
And we touched on it a little bit as well, but the stuff you'll see in the case, you do cakes, kind of out.
That's
where I. Yep.
You know, I do wedding cakes, birthday cakes, all those things.
Yeah.
I don't typically have them in the case ready to go, so it's custom order.
Yep.
And I book up fast.
Yeah.
So this time of year, you can pretty much guarantee you're going to get one in the weekend if you order enough, like a few days in advance.
That's still reasonable though.
Yeah.
Within a week, I think
Come
that's fair.
summertime,
Yeah.
we'll try.
Yeah. So if you're planning a birthday party or something, and time, I mean, we'll touch base and we'll put all your contact info as well
Sure.
on this, so you'll have it. But reach out to you, and then you can discuss flavors and options. And I mean, if you've seen her work, you can pretty much do anything.
Yeah.
I mean,
it's nothing's cookie cutter. It's all very customized.
That's awesome.
So, yeah.
great experience start to finish. So the best place to find you, we said Facebook and Instagram. You can check them out. The Boro pops right up.
Yep.
Phone number, email, all of that is kind of the best way to get in touch with you guys.
Exactly. And phone number one.
Okay.
Because I'm always in the kitchen,
Yeah.
so I get emails, but not as quickly as some.
No, it's okay. When the phone's ringing sometimes. Exactly.
Exactly.
So yeah, definitely give them a call here if you haven't. Current hours, will they still change a little bit in the summer, or are you probably going to stay consistent?
Well, so last summer we were open 7 days. My hope is to do that again.
Okay.
No promises,
Yeah.
but 6:30 to 2.
Okay.
We're closed Tuesdays and Wednesdays right now. But yeah, hoping to go back to 7 days for at least the July and August months.
When the demand up here calls for
Exactly.
the craziness.
Yes.
But yeah, no, please look at their sign out front. It's right before Moultonborough Neck Road, right on 25. And we're so appreciative of having you in the community. And you take our money and we take your goods. So we're okay with it. So thank you
It's
so
a good
much.
relationship.
Thank you though so much. You're
Thank
welcome.
you.